Part 2. Silver Snow. Blue Sea Moon. The city without light. Following Edelgard's defeat and Rhea's rescue, the Resistance Army discovers the existence of another adversary, a group operating behind the scenes within the Empire. To prevent disaster from befalling Fodlan, the Resistance Army heads for Shambhala, the enemy's stronghold.
Thanks. The Empire has been defeated, and we have rescued Rhea, but still the flames of war burn on. We journey to Shambhala, where those who slither in the dark reside.
We know nothing of the place, or what we can expect to find there.
What Flame says is true. If we are to prevail, we must be prepared for any eventuality before we advance.
I will accompany you.
What? No! That would be far too dangerous. Your long confinement weakened you greatly, did it not?
Those people have opposed us since ancient times. I wish to learn the truth about them for myself.
I understand. I will not stop you, but please take care not to overexert yourself.
What? But she's been hiding away so long. She shouldn't just up and go somewhere scary. Trust me, it's a bad idea.
Bernadetta, hiding away seems a poor description for someone who is imprisoned.
We must be careful not to put undue stress on Lady Rhea. If the going gets tough, we'll have to carry her on our backs and make a run for it.
You think you can carry her? Maybe someone else should do that part.
No matter what enemies are appearing, we will be protecting her. We will be winning.
If we work together, I am certain all will be well.
The ones we are soon to face have eluded us for a long time. There is much to fear. We must all proceed with utmost caution, lest we fall prey to one of their traps.
We won against the Imperial Army. I still can't believe it. But I guess we still have some enemies left. I'm not well informed, but I have plenty of fighting spirit.
Please. I thought that after the Empire fell, the Boar might finally be avenged. But something dark is certainly lurking in the shadows. An organization behind the Empire. We'll have to take care of them if the Boar... if Dimitri is to rest in peace.
This war might be over, but not war in general. Human beings thrive on conflict. We can't get enough of it. I don't know when, but you know someday another war will begin. Yeah, but the fight is still worth it. War may always come back, but so will peace. And peace is what we fight for.
A mysterious organization, slithering in the dark of Fodlan, like something out of a midnight tale. It appears these fiends have infiltrated the deepest corners of the Empire. After the fall of Enbar, they've remained well concealed. That said, I would keep an eye on Edelgard's uncle, Lord Arundel. Something about him sits ill with me.
I must stay the course.
The history of the Empire spans 1,185 years. And just like that, it ends. But the Hresfelg legacy could live on. When Edelgard assumed power, there were no other rightful heirs. She said that whoever takes the throne next should do so by virtue of merit, not blood. And she truly meant what she said. At any rate, I feel that a huge hole has opened up in my heart. Who knows if it can ever be filled?
Dear me. So, the moment we defeat 80, the nobles cozy up to the Alliance and Church. That lot really does think only of themselves and no one else. But then there's Count Burgles. He used to be Minister of Military Affairs. He sacrificed his own life so that all the soldiers and officers who fought could be given quarter. When I heard that, I don't know, that simple act of humanity, I couldn't help it. I burst into tears. You know Count Burgles is Caspar's father, right? I can't even imagine how Caspar must feel about it.
Professor, finally, that awful war is over. Everyone lost something, and everyone had to make sacrifices. But maybe we can put a stop to all of this pain and loss now. Let's hurry to Shambhala, Professor. We have to defeat them if we ever want to see a world without war.
Is it really prudent to bring Lady Rhea on our upcoming expedition? It would be best not to have her doing anything strenuous, considering how long she was confined. There are still many in Fodlan who are seeking Lady Rhea's salvation. For their sake, we cannot put her in harm's way.
With Edelgard gone, maybe Fodlan will finally find some peace. That's all well and good, but, she was also the one to put my father under house arrest. So now he's been released and he's taken charge of House Farley. I can't handle it. I can't deal with him. Please, you have to do something. Thank you so much.
I thought that taking the Empire's capital would bring an end to this war. How naive of me. I'll have to write to my family and tell them I'll be gone a while longer.
Unbelievable! He's dead. My father's dead. I'm okay, though. Really. I was ready for it. He was a general in the Imperial Army, after all. Minister of Military Affairs. He gave his own life so the Empire's soldiers wouldn't have to lose theirs. That's a fight that only he could take on. He was such a tough guy. I fought side by side with you this whole time. But did I ever get any stronger? Will I ever be as strong as my father?
My mother was an excellent cook. You would think such a talent would be hereditary. What? A bit of this, a bit of that. This will make it all the tastier. Do you not agree?
You there!
Professor? Professor, I just got word from the opera company. I don't know if everyone survived, but it looks like they should be able to mount a revival. They even asked if I'd consider making a return to the stage someday. I suspect I may refuse, though. We're at the dawn of something new. No reason to look backwards, eh?
Professor! Lady Rhea's return has already been proclaimed to all the churches in all parts of Fodlan. They are also being informed by order of Seteth that visitations are very restricted for the time being. It makes sense. Otherwise, pilgrims would come from all over Fodlan and overwhelm the monastery.
Oh.
Great
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. I can hardly believe you managed to handle the capital city like that. Everyone did sterling work. I really thought we'd know peace after that battle. But we're not quite there yet, huh?
Really now? There's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered. I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals.
That's so. Dedu saw to it the Edelgard was destroyed before he departed. His expression once his mission was over was a bit lonely. I don't know where he went off to after that. Maybe he returned home to Dusker.
Yes. We finally got Lady Rhea back from the Empire and fulfilled our mission. I wish we could afford for her to have a good long rest, but that just isn't possible.
I've only ever done what I thought was just. I've got no regrets, but sometimes I do wonder if I've really done the right thing. Was all this really for the best? Sorry, thinking about the end of the war makes me reconsider all kinds of things. But it's not over yet, is it? I need to steel myself for the next battle.
You there! So Lady Rhea was all right after all. Well done bringing her back safely. Finally, us true believers may breathe easy again. Simply magnificent. You're saying the fight isn't over yet?
Yes. We saved Rhea and the Empire has crumbled. The kingdom may as well be finished too. The reasons for me to remain in Fodlan are fading. Of course. I've come this far. May as well see it through to the end.
You have my thanks. I heard that Lady Rhea's back. But why hasn't she shown herself to everyone yet? Oh, she's convalescing. Fair enough. She was in captivity for a long time. I pray that she feels better soon.
Professor? As history proves, everything comes to an end eventually. I knew that all along, but it still came as a surprise. Those who slither in the dark. It's all so fascinating and strange. They must certainly have a long history of their own. And when they fall, that will come quickly too, don't you think? That almost sounded like a prophecy there. Am I spooking you yet?
The Empire has broken in smithereens. Now it is possible for me to go back to Brigid. But I cannot choose that choice. The time is still too soon for that. We must be stopping the evil for everyone in Fodlan. We will be fighting until the end of it.
Huh?
Professor! Professor! My most heartfelt thanks and congratulations on Lady Rhea's safe return. With your magnificent achievements, maybe you'll join the ranks of the Saints one day. I'm sure when the monastery is rebuilt, they'll make a proper statue of you. All majestic and shiny and tall. Oh, I just know they will.
Huh? We have succeeded in rescuing Lady Rhea, but Seteth's countenance remains clouded. When will peaceful days return to this monastery? That time feels so distant.
Professor, Lady Rhea still seems weak, but at least she's safe now. I'm praying that she'll be well as soon as possible. Goddess, I beg you, protect Lady Rhea.
Lady Rhea's back! Lady Rhea's back! I'm so happy!
But things aren't gonna be like they used to be anytime soon, are they? There's still folks out there that want us all dead, and Lady Rhea still hasn't regained her strength yet. Speaking of which, Professor, please don't ask too much of her right now, okay?
Hi.
Fighting against enemies whose true nature is unknown is honestly really scary. Still, if there's a force in this world that clearly means us harm, we have no choice but to fight back. With our own hands, we'll safeguard Fodlan's future.
You've done it. You did it. You crushed the Empire and rescued Lady Rhea. I'm sure the Captain is proud of you right now. As am I, of course. I'm as proud as if I'd done it myself. Sorry, I didn't mean to overdo it. We still have to deal with Monica's group. Those who killed the Captain. We'll knock them down so hard that they can't get back up.
I am so glad that Rhea is unharmed. My brother continues to worry about her, however. Of course, I am worried myself. I cannot imagine being in that situation while in such a state. I hope she will rest now, and leave it up to you and my brother to see things through.
Professor. We rescued Lady Rhea. I can hardly express my joy. But now we know about a new foe who intends to bring her harm. In time, we'll realize the peaceful world that Lady Rhea has always hoped for. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm fighting.
Rhea is sleeping right now. If it is not absolutely urgent, please do not disturb her rest. The long confinement took its toll on her health. Truthfully, she is in no shape to be exerting herself at all, to say nothing of a military expedition. To make matters worse, we are now facing a very old enemy. One that has conspired against us since time out of mind. Please proceed with caution. I have a bad feeling.
Hey!
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. I hear we conquered the Imperial capital, but the war's still not over? Not sure how much sense that makes, but then making sense of things isn't my job. Look out for yourself in the next battle, got it? I'll have lots more things to report by then. That's a promise. In the meantime, I'll be cheering you on.
Nothing tastes better than a drink to celebrate the fall of the Empire. You know, Fraldarius, one of the 10 elites, is a distant ancestor of mine. Even if the kingdom as we know it no longer exists, there's a poetic justice in taking the Empire down.
Of course. I thought defeating the Empire would be the end of it. But now we're after some mysterious shadow organization? For crying out loud. If that's what it takes to achieve peace, count me and my muscles in. This might be my last chance to literally save the world with my strength. Not gonna let that pass me by.
Slithering in darkness. Unsettling, to say the least. You must be boiling to avenge your father, though. You seem pretty calm for what it is we're staring at. Where's your fire, huh? I imagine this battle will be a defining moment in history. All or nothing. Let's do this.
Pardon me. I've got a message for you. From a dead man. The Emperor was keeping the Archbishop alive as insurance against those who slither in the dark. When you go to Shambhala, the message says, take the Archbishop with you.
Sounds like there were shenanigans happening behind the scenes in the Empire. I think war was basically inevitable no matter what Eddie did, with those creeps pulling the strings. Come to think of it, I wonder if the lady who kidnapped me was... Never mind. Not worth mentioning.
Professor! Whatever threatens Fodlan also threatens my dream. This folly must end now.
You go to war harboring such doubts? Pray keep these faint-hearted ruminations to yourself. What is frightening is to have scant idea of what is in store. Now that we know, victory shall be ours.
Your table manners are the one truly adult aspect about you, Cyril.
Just one, huh? I hope I can get more aspects real soon. Not sure about this, but I'll give it my best.
What a pleasure!
Any merit.
Eating with the two of you makes me feel at home. At home, hmm? That's a nice feeling.
Relying on a map entrusted to them by Hubert, the Resistance Army sets their sights on the base belonging to those who slither in the dark. Beyond its entrance, they are met by a sprawling underground city.
To think there is such a vast space hidden beneath the ground. How very creepy.
The atmosphere here is very different from the Holy Mausoleum or Holy Tomb. Look at the shapes and the light.
It's too strange. It's all really old, but you get the feeling that it's also new? I don't understand it.
This decorating is not of Fodlan. What is the meaning here?
I hate the look of things in here. Is this some kind of a city? I would never, ever live here.
Living underground, all safe and isolated. It sounds really awful.
An underground city hiding those who slither in the dark. I would not mind finishing up here and returning to the surface with haste.
Let us search for a way to descend farther still. We should survey our surroundings carefully.
No. It is simply, we must defeat those who slither in the dark, no matter what happens. But if my conjecture is correct, the one who they will wish to kill the most is you, dear child. They are aware that you can use the sword of the Creator. Your body houses the same power they once bestowed upon Nemesis. That is why I must protect you, no matter what. Even if I must die to do so. Somewhere in your heart, I believe you do understand. You must at least have your suspicions. There is something I have not yet told you, dear child. I swear to illuminate you once this awful battle has concluded. And at the same time, I will offer my apologies to you. I must, because when you learn the truth, you will also learn what you are and how you were born into this world. It will be a hard truth to hear. When the time comes, I hope you are prepared for it.
For thousands of years, we have existed underground, living on only that we might someday see our vengeance realized. Here and now, that vengeance is finally within our grasp. There is but one thing left to do. Destroy them! Damn those who stand with that arrogant goddess to oblivion, away from the world of the living! Now is the time. Remove the binding spell of Titanus. Let their metal bodies be drenched in blood!
What is that?
Demonic beasts? No, I think not. They appear to have no will of their own. Someone must be controlling them.
Initiate all that remain! We must advance our preparations!
What's my strategy?
Sally forth! Your death serves my purpose. Onward!
Ready and able.
Let's clean up.
More fighting.
Guide me well.
There's no stopping me.
I'll crush them all.
My turn?
Let's go.
I won't allow it.
You earned this! I must stay the course.
Is that all?